Hey everybody, what's going on? KSA Kris here, Real Estate Blitz, and I got a hell of a question in, like an amazing question. I actually was about to step out. I got a property inspection I got to be at, but I saw this question and I was compelled. I got out of my car, came back in because I wanted to do a quick video on it, and he's going to be calling me here in a few. Trevor. So Trevor, thank you for sending the question. He sent it to the, he PM'd me on the Real Estate Blitz on Facebook. I'm going to read it real quick because it is just, it's a great question. So he says, love your YouTube channel, great content. Thank you, Trevor. But it got me thinking. I got a question, or would say he wants my opinion, right? I'm with Coldwell Banker, have been for a month now, and there is no training. So I find it, sorry, the wording is a little messed up. So he wanted to find it elsewhere. And he interviewed with Keller Williams, and they love me. I love them. Love their training that they got, and they are the #1 broker in Minnesota. So Trevor's out there in that area. But only problem is they are located in Minneapolis, and I am in Duluth. It's a 3-hour drive. They want me as an agent in Duluth, but there is no market center here. He says they will have one in a couple years. I'm new to this business, but always been in construction for my life. I'm 23 years old and want to be the best agent I can be. I want to put myself in a position to succeed. But I don't know if that would be a good thing for a new agent starting with my market center 3 hours away. What do you think? That's a fantastic question. I mean, we lived it. So I have my opinions. First off, I've done previous videos when I talk about brokerages. I know I've even had some brokers hassle me and harass me because they don't like my opinions. I deeply believe that a broker should be earning an agent's business. I deeply believe the agent is the commodity. I think the agent has to get value for the money that they're giving up. So if you're at a brokerage, and he said he's at Coldwell Banker, and you know, I don't say any one brokerage is bad. In fact, what I would say is, or franchises specifically, what I would say is, you know, sometimes it's not the franchise that's messed up. Sometimes it's the broker in that area that's messed up. Example, I know a group out here, local, that is at Coldwell Banker, and they're absolutely killing it, and their broker literally takes care of everything for them. They do everything. They earn their money. So if you're on a split, if you're giving a good chunk of your money away, and I don't know what his split is, but at the end of the day, if it's not a flat fee and you're giving up money and they're giving nothing in return, they're not training you, they're not helping you grow, they're not helping you produce, they're not helping you become a better agent, you just leave. Like I think I told my story in a previous video, and this is going to end up being longer than 5 minutes, which sucks because I'm trying to keep it 5 minutes, but I think this is an important question. I had somebody tell us the same thing when we were at our first brokerage. The broker was abusive, an abusive broker. He was a real prick. Still is, still a complete prick. Took a lot of money from us, gave us nothing in return. Was very smug, viewed us as competition because he was a competing broker. I mean, just really, really awful stuff. And my buddy, who, you know, now I bounce a lot of stuff off him still. I mean, he has an amazing setup, but he's like, just leave. And I was new, so I'm like, the idea of you just leave, and then what? Then what do I do? Like, I just start over somewhere? And that it's funny because now that I've, you know, found success and you know, been in this business a little while, I like, to me, I don't even blink. I'm like, just leave. If they're giving you nothing and you're having to pay a split, so whenever you do produce something, they have their hand out, just leave, go somewhere else. So he made that decision. He started interviewing. He interviewed with the #1 group out there, which is Keller Williams, but the Keller Williams is 3 hours away. So I'll tell you again, a little deeper in our story. Our concern where we were in a very local, like small town market, our first market that we were in. And we're still in it. It's still one of our major, that's where I'm driving to right now once I get done with this video. But it's a small town. It's a small little group. Everybody knows everybody. And we made the decision to leave and not use any of the brokers in that small town, because what we found is it wasn't just this guy, it's going to be every broker that's here. We're going to be competing with every broker. We're producing, they're not going to like it. They have a small town mentality. They don't have the systems that we're looking for. Their idea of creating business is to stay in this one tiny little small town and hand out water bottles out in front of, it just wasn't for us. It's not the direction that we were going. And so we decided to line up with a broker that was nowhere near in our area. And I don't know, I need to post that video. I have a video. Somebody called into our office, and they didn't realize that they didn't hang up. It was a local agent with their local broker in that small town market. And they didn't realize they didn't hang up, and they were ripping on us. Oh, there's signs, and what do they think they're doing? And they don't even work here anymore. They're tourists. Their broker is not even in the area. They're like an hour away. I mean, just being really crappy people. And what's funny is, like, now it's a joke because we pretty much own that town. But whatever. We made a decision to go somewhere else because of what that brokerage provided us. That brokerage was really the catalyst for us becoming a mega team. It was a catalyst in the broker. She was so humble about it. She knew from day one, our intent was to build a mega team, and our intent was to build our own brokerage one day. And instead of being crappy about it, she actually embraced us. We're going out and drinking with her tonight. And she's helped us every step of the way, even though now we're kind of like a competing brokerage. She's just a wonderful person, and that's why we went there. And it was huge for us. It was absolutely huge. It changed everything for us. So this is what I would say. It does help to have something near you. So, Trevor, it can and will and does help if you have something near you. If you're able to get the energy, because I believe that if you have the energy. Now, we were lucky because there was already 3 of us, or 4 of us at that time. There were already 4 of us when we made the jump, right? So we could lean on each other. And we did make the drive, and it was a sacrifice that we felt like we needed to do to become what we were going to become. It's harder when you're by yourself. If you're in an area and your mothership is 3 hours away, and I got a lady that's in our brokerage, she was on our team. She lives in South San Diego. So she has to drive about 2 or 3 hours to make it to the office I'm in right now, which is our Temecula office. We have an office in South Riverside, and we have an office in North San Diego County. We're in San Diego County as well. She drives all the way up to the Temecula office, and she does that 2 or 3 days a week. And it's a hell of a sacrifice for her. And here's the thing. She probably could find somebody that would give her more value that's local, and she would probably get more energy. So this is the way I look at it. There's no right answer for this. It really comes down to what's in your heart, Trevor. So if there's somebody in your local market, so was that Duluth, there's somebody in your local market that can add value to you. There's a few different ways I would recommend that you try to find that person. The hardest part is, most of the time when people are looking to jump, they don't want their broker to know that they're looking to jump, right? But I would start researching who is producing out in that area. That's kind of what we did. I started looking for producers, and then I started reaching out to them. So start reaching out to the local producers in Duluth. Start talking to them, start befriending them. First off, even if you don't join wherever they're at, you're going to start gaining a friendship. You're going to start gaining a reputation. You're going to start growing because you're surrounding yourselves by the top producing people in Duluth. That's really what we did. We started, we knew we wanted to build a team, and we started doing research, and we found all of the mega teams that are closing, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 deals a month. Actually, Kim and I have scheduled in the biggest team in the area. They close, there's 26 agents on their team. They close 800 deals a year between 26 people. It's fantastic. So we're going to go hang out with them, and we've hung out with them here and there. And you learn from that, and you build a friendship. And not only that, but those people will be able to help guide you in Duluth. Maybe there's something else. Maybe there's a better broker. That's how we found our last broker, was by gaining those friendships with the top producing people. And then we're like, okay, there was a trend. We started realizing that all of the top producing people were with the same broker. And they're like, dude, you got to meet her. So we did. We went and met her. And she was fantastic. And there's a reason why she has the top producing teams. So second, if you feel in your heart that you're supposed to be with Keller Williams, then this is what I would tell you, Trevor. make the sacrifice. Yes, it's 3 hours. It's going to be harder. It's going to be really hard. And it's going to come down to you need to dedicate. You have to dedicate your time. You have to dedicate your energy to your own training. You're going to have to dedicate time and energy to drive 3 hours. Do it once, twice, 3 times a week. It's a sacrifice that you're going to have to do if you feel in your heart that you really are meant to be with Keller Williams. And you should grow from that. You're going to get something from that. I think a mix of both is probably the right way to go. First off, I would tell you, no matter what, just leave your freaking broker. Your broker's giving you nothing and they're taking everything. Just I can't say what I want to say. Just get rid of them. In my opinion, right away, I would go to Keller Williams immediately. And then I would start reaching out, researching, and trying to meet other producing agents in your market. And then that's where you'll start finding your base, your solid. You might find a broker that's going to be better for you, or even a team. I'm a big believer. If you're just starting out and you really want to expand faster, join a team. I just brought on another agent because when we created our brokerage, the original team, the mega team that we built, became the brokerage. And then I'm kind of rebuilding because somebody challenged me on YouTube here. I'm creating my own thing. So I brought on a buyer's agent. And in her first week, she's put like $1 million something into escrow. I think more than that, like 1.2, 1.3 million into escrow in her first week with me. And she's already got 3 listings lined up. I mean, but it's a grind. It's a grind. Like she's in here, she's just working every morning, 7 o'clock, she's up and moving. So Trevor, this is what I would say. Either way, you can't lose if you try to find somebody local, which takes a little bit of time if you do it right, or if you go to Keller Williams. The one thing that you will lose at is if you stay with the broker that you presently are, that's giving you nothing, and you've already emotionally left that person anyway. So just leave them. This is a fantastic question. It's a complicated answer, and really what it's going to come down to is how do you feel in your heart, Trevor, and where do you feel like this is what every agent should be trying to do. Where's home? When you find your home, get there, whatever that looks like. And sometimes it's going to take you a year. It'll take you 3 years. Sometimes I got a guy in here, it took him 5 years to find his home, 5 years to find this. And he's just happy. That's what every agent should be looking for. That's going to help you produce. And finding home for you is probably going to be somebody that's going to give you energy, going to give you education, going to give you mentorship. Some of that you need to go out and find yourself. I still do it. I go out and I reach out to people that are producing and I try to spend time with them. And I add value to them as well, so I can continue to grow. So it's dude, what a great question. What a great question. Either way, you can't lose, buddy. Just make sure you leave the broker you're with. It sounds like a bad relationship to me, and screw them. You're the commodity. You're the one that pays them. They owe you. You deserve education. You deserve mentorship. You deserve energy. And if that broker isn't giving it to them, leave them. It's a bad relationship. It's a one-sided relationship. That's all I got. Appreciate you all. Do me a favor. Like, share, comment. Sorry it went long. I try to keep these down to 5 minutes, but I just got this question really got me amped up. It's a great question. Check out Facebook. I got the Real Estate Blitz on Facebook. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yeah, that's all I got. All right. Appreciate y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.